Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. First of all, thanks Allah was given us blessing and mercy until we can meet together in this event. And salawat and salam to our Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, who has brought us from the darkness to the lightness until we are able to compare between the right rule and the wrong one. And in this event, I would like to present the title of the literacy of Islamic banking, related Islamic non-bank financial institution in Indonesia. We'll share this material so can you see clearly. Yes. The first, the definition of Islamic financial institution. The definition of Islamic financial institution is a field of activity related to activities in the insurance industry, pension funds, financing institution, and other financial service institution, which must be implemented according to Sharia principles. In general, its activities are no different from conventional in Islamic non-financial bank. However, there are some special characteristics with products and transaction mechanism based on Sharia principles. So we can say Islamic non-financial industry overall in general is same with conventional, but in the principle and the contract based on Sharia principles. A regulation of Islamic financial non-bank has guidelines in carried out. That is, these guidelines have been regulated in government regulation, OJK regulation, and Sharia Supervisory National Sharia Supervisory Board from MUI or Majelis Ulama Indonesia fatwas made by regulatory agencies such as OJK and Majelis Ulama National Sharia Council. This is the regulation of Islamic non-financial bank. And Islamic financial non-bank divided insurance as Sharia insurance, or life insurance, general insurance, and reinsurance, Sharia reinsurance, dana pensiun, and multi-finance, Sharia multi-finance, or special institution like guarantee, Sharia guarantee, pawnship, and also microfinance institution, and today financial Sharia financial technology, multi-type institution in terms of Sharia financial non-bank in our country. Now we talk about Sharia insurance. Sharia insurance is an attempt to protect and help each other among a number of people or parties through investment in assets, and which provides a pattern of return to deal with certain risks through contracts that are in accordance with Sharia principles. Islamic insurance uses the principle of Sharia of risk, in which the risk from one person or party is borne by all people or parties who are policyholders, while conventional insurance uses a transfer of risk system, in which the risk from the policyholder is transferred to the insurance company. And the highlight of principles of Sharia insurance is risk sharing. Risk sharing between people and the company of insurance. different from the conventional principle. Akad or contract in Sharia insurance, insurance participant, they give tabarruk or fund, a special fund. Insurance participant giving the money to the company, and this is the tabarruk contract, full of tabarruk fund in one place, and a Sharia insurance company manage this money, or we call premi, into investment and into protection for the participant, and this is risk and investment. So in Sharia insurance, especially in life insurance, they are divided into fund of tabarruk. Fund of tabarruk is delivered to protect of a claim whenever the participant need a claim because the risk in their life, and others fund from the participant manage to fund manager allocate to investment, and especially in Sharia investment. And if there are a profit, the profit share between company and the participants, and the manager of insurance or fund manager have a fee or ujrah from the management of money from the policyholders. The contract or akad use Sharia insurance uses the principle of mutual help between fellow policyholders and other policyholders, representative or cooperation with the Sharia insurance company, while the contract used by conventional insurance based on principle of exchange or buy sell. But in between the contract between participant and the company is wakalah bil ujrah, because they are representative from the participant or shareholder to the company. So the fund manager or agent or arranger for money in the Sharia insurance, they receive the fee or ujrah from the participant. So the akad is wakalah bil ujrah. And the investment from that money using the mudharabah contract or other Sharia principle contract, and the investment allocate investment in the instrument of Sharia investment like deposit or Sharia fund or Sharia fixed fund or other Sharia instruments. Sharia insurance product. In general, these insurance products can be grouped as follows. Sharia insurance products that provide benefit in the form of compensation or compensation in the event of a disaster such as death, illness, accident, damage, or loss of property. An insurance product that provides insurance benefits in the form of compensation if the participant dies, and benefits in the form of investment returns. In this product, some of the contribution or premium paid by participants will be allocated to tabarruk fund, and other part will be allocated to participants' investment. Advantage of Sharia insurance. There are several advantages to the Sharia insurance system. Fund management uses Sharia principles. Transparency of fund management to policyholder. Distribution of profit from fund management. Ownership of fund for fitted fund system does not apply. There is an allocation and distribution of underwriting surplus. Sharia insurance scheme. This is the scheme akad mudharabah musyarakah used in Sharia insurance. Sahibul mal, this is the client or premier shareholder or policyholder. Mudharib, investor, this is the company, and the company allocate this money or this premium from shareholder to the Sharia investment, and the return of investment give to the shareholder and the company using deposit, mutual fund, Islamic mutual fund, sukuk, or national obligation, or fund management, or other mixed fund, or other investment based on Sharia principles. The second, Sharia pension fund. Islamic pension funds are Islamic financial institutions that have the characteristic to be able to be used in order to maintain the continue of one income when entering retirement. The difference between conventional and Sharia pension funds, of course, lies in principles used. Islamic pension funds use Sharia contract in their operational activities, such as using contracts when they become participants or paying contributions. In addition, Sharia pension funds also pay close attention to Sharia principles, such as non-containing elements of maisir, gharar, and riba. This is the scheme of pension fund. Based on the scheme, Islamic pension fund involve four main parties, namely employers, this is employers, wahib, investees, participants, mauhublah, and retires, or here's hibah bishar, akad, and hibah muqayyadah are akad used by employers to participants in terms of payment of pension contribution. In the context of delegation of power activities with fees to these parties, al-wakalah bil ujrah or mudharabah akad is used. But if pension fund uses a third party, the pension fund can use an ijarah akad or ijarah contract. This is the scheme of pension fund. Pension fund, conventional pension fund, Islamic pension funds consist two types, namely employer pension funds and financial institution pension fund. Employer pension fund is a pension fund set up by a person or an entity, employs employees as the founder to administer a defined benefit or defined contribution pension program for the benefit of some or all of its employees as participants, and which ensures obligation to the participants. Financial institution pension is a pension fund set up by a bank or life insurance company to organize a defined contribution pension program for individuals, both employees and self-employed workers, which is spared from the financial institution pension for employees of the bank or life insurance company concerned. Sharia financing, other Sharia financing institution. In general, a Sharia financing company is a finance company that is carrying out its business activities. Only disbursing financing or funding to the public is based on or in accordance with Sharia contract principles. In the organizational structure of financing company Sharia management, there is Sharia Supervisory Board or DPS, whose function to ensure that Sharia principles are implemented better and properly. Regulation in Sharia Financing Institution POJK number 31, POJK 2014 concerning the implementation of Sharia financing. Businesses also regulates the business activities of Sharia financing company, namely sale and purchase financing, namely financing in the form of supply of goods through sale and purchase transaction in accordance with the Sharia financing agreement agreed by the parties. Number two, investment financing, namely financing in the form of provision of capital within a certain period of time for productive business activities with profit sharing in accordance with the Sharia financing agreement agreed upon by the parties. Service financing, namely the provision of services either in the form of providing benefits for an item, providing loans, bailout funds, and or providing services with and or other without payment of fees or ujrah in accordance with the Sharia financing agreement agreed upon by the parties. Other Sharia financing business activities in accordance with OJK approval. OJK is the division of independent regulation or Sharia regulation from the government. Business model in Sharia financing. The business model using Sharia to start a business is obtained from shareholders in developing its business and increasing it in asset. Financing, Sharia financing uses funds from Islamic bank. Meanwhile, sellers in this context are the parties that support finance company in the availability of goods or services that will be financed by finance company, such as dealers, suppliers, and others. In addition, other financial services industry, such as Sharia insurance, also support or financing Sharia as a guarantee party. Akad in Sharia financing institution. In addition, there are various types of contract used in Sharia financing in accordance with business activities carried out. However, there are several contracts. They are commonly known in Islamic financing, including murabahah, namely the contract of sale and purchase, mudorobah, namely a business cooperation contract between two parties in which the first party as a sohibul mal or shareholder provides all the capital, while the second parties or mudorib acts as manager and business profit between they are in accordance with the agreement of the parties. The third ijarah, namely the contract of transferring use right or benefit of an item for a certain period of time with payment of rent or ujrah without being followed by the transfer of ownership of the item itself. This is the Sharia financing contract. So murabahah, you can mudorabah, or you can ijarah. And special Islamic financial institution are institutions that carry out specific tasks and function to support government programs. Here are some specialized Islamic financial export financing, pawnship financing, or guarantee institution, financing from home and national capital, or dana reksa is Islamic fund. And other institution, Sharia microfinance, they are Sharia microfinance institution. Islamic microfinance institutions are financial institutions specifically established to provide business development services and community empowerment, either through loans or financing in micro-scale business to member and the public, managing deposit, as well as providing business development consulting services. They are not solely or for profit. Islamic microfinance or Sharia microfinance is one of the Islamic approach to tackling poverty or poverty alleviate because poverty is contrary to maqasid Sharia. In Indonesia, number of the micro Sharia finance institution in Indonesia, namely Baitul Mal wa Tamwil or BMT. The BMT, this is part of Sharia microfinance, but the legal of BMT come from the cooperative ministry. In the context of Islamic economic, the concept of BMT or Sharia cooperative is a form of application of Islamic economics. The concept of BMT or Sharia cooperative is designed as a socio-economic institution by using resources including commercial funds or capital as well as social fund like zakah, and wakaf from the community, which are then managed and utilized for the local community itself. The concept of BMT or Sharia cooperative emphasizes the concept of the people's socio-economic institution, which conceptually and actually focus more on the lower class, near poor to the poorest of the poor through capital assistance and empowerment to improve economic, social, and spiritual. Giving financing, the highlight of Sharia microfinance, providing financing for small and medium enterprises, and dominate the actor of small and medium enterprises. About 65% is women. Women have a business near from their home, near from their children, but they're still active and still productive with the business. And the last, Sharia financial technology. Financial technology is a financial service to bring together lenders and borrowers in the context to entering into loan agreement in the rupiah currency directly through an electronic system. This type of fintech does have various sectors from payment, lending aggregator, crowdfunding, personal or financial planning. The distribution sector of Islamic fintech is still the same, but much different from conventional fintech. Fintech Sharia means financial services and solution provided by technology companies or fintech startup based on Islamic laws or Sharia principles. However, the regulation required by Sharia fintech are also from the National Sharia Council, Islam Indonesian Ulama Council or MUI. This is the Sharia financial technology. List fintech based on POJK number 77. We have 6 Islamic fintech in our country. Amanah Fintech, Dana Syariah, Danaku Syariah, Syarfi, Alami Syariah, Duha Syariah. This is the member of the Islamic Financial Association. There are aggregator, Alami and Manis, blockchains based, Alumna, agrochains, After Oil, Biosphere, financing agent, Hijrah, claim services handling, Biru, project financing, creation, and agency or National Sharia Supervisory Board number 117 of 2018, information technology-based financing services based on Sharia principles is the provision of financial services based on Sharia principles that bring together or connect Information technology-based financing services are subject to conditions in accordance with Sharia principles. The implementation of information technology-based financing does not conflict with Sharia principles, namely avoid riba, darar, maisir, tadlis, darar, zulm, haram. And this is all of Sharia financial in bank institution should be avoiding this principle between Sharia principles, but avoiding from gharar. Gharar is speculation. Maisir is judi. This is the zulmun, darar, and haram. This is the avoiding in outside of Sharia principle. So should we fulfill Sharia principles, but avoiding riba, gharar, maisir, tadlis, darar, zulmun, and haram. Haram, the material, haram in terms of the growth Islamic financial bank in our country based on 2000 and the Indonesian Islamic Finance Development Report. Indonesian's total will 2 billion 050.40 4 trillion, and the portion of non-bank financial asset, this is about 509. The total assets of Sharia non-financial reach 120.883 billion with an asset growth of 3.90. This is the growth of Islamic financial year to on 2020. This is NB, we call IKNB in terms of Indonesia, but in English is Islamic Financial Non-Bank Sharia plays important role in supporting the development of SME, medium, small, and enterprise industry. The support provided by Islamic non-bank financial Sharia include providing a working capital, providing protection services through Sharia insurance, investment, and financing services by Sharia microfinance institution, and business development through Sharia, fintech, or financial technology. The development of Sharia Islamic non-bank will drive the pace of economic growth, and vice versa. Economic growth will increase demand for the Islamic financial non-bank sectors. Besides that, Sharia Islamic non-bank is proven to have a long-term relationship with economic growth in Indonesia. Yeah, this is the growth of all Islamic financial institutions in Indonesia: insurance, financing institution, pension, township, Sharia microfinance, and also financial technology. Okay, this is all my presentation, and I will thanks to all participants and audience, and please don't hesitate to give the question to me, and I will answer with the theory on in the practical perspective. Thank you. Billahi taufiq wal hidayah. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.